everyone, my name is Stanley. I was born in Bayshore, New York, Southside Hospital. I was raised in Brentwood for most of my life, and I graduated from Bayshore High School as well. I've always been a huge believer in helping other people. That's something that I've always took a deep passion in. I just didn't really know how to reach that end, and I hit a rough patch in my life, which forced me to live on the streets for a while, and I was looking for a job, and a friend of mine hooked me up with college hunks. At first I thought it was a joke, and then I'm thinking, this could be a job to help me find my destiny in life. So I tried it out, and ever since from the interview I realized that this is no ordinary job. This is something deeper than just a job. It's a family. And ever since I connected with everybody else, I felt deeply connected with the company. It's a connection that you could only find in a certain environment that you would consider your soul tribe, your soul family. And I found it here, so I knew that ever since that I found a job and I got off the streets that I needed to elevate, and that's been my goal ever since. And I'm just simply doing my best every day, taking it one step at a time, and that's all that really matters, is that you try your best.
My name's Chris Warren. I'm a move supervisor. The reason why I think Stanley should be the hunk of the year is because of what I see of him out in the field. He has the ability to make any move actually an experience instead of just your regular old move. Clients really love him, and he really does a lot for our brand. He really gets people talking about what an excellent experience it was to actually have somebody move them. And a huge part of that, and it seems like every move that Stanley's on, people are always talking about it, always overjoyed, always giving us positive reviews just because of having him on the truck.
My favorite experience that I've had with a client this year, I've had a couple, honestly, but since I'm such a car person, I actually had a client that is a teacher, and he's a car enthusiast, and he happened to have 370Z. Turbocharged and everything, and he actually took me for a ride to the destination location, which wasn't too far, but I've never really been in a turbo car before, and it's a really nice car, so I felt like that was one moment for me to really admire. Oh, and the Tesla one. Oh yeah, a client took us for a Tesla drive. We were working for a client, and her husband was coming home towards the end of the job. He loved this car so much that he was actually willing to take us for a ride. Honestly, that's my new dream car. Everything about it I just love, especially compatibility with our environment. I'm very pro-environment, pro-green. I think everybody should be, but this isn't one of those videos. But yeah.
Hey Hunk Nation, who hunk? This is Joseph DeJesus here from Long Island. And introducing from Cobb County, Georgia, the college hunk champion of the world, Stanley Thompson! When I think of Stanley, I think of college hunks, and that's a big thing for me. When I think of Stanley, I think of college hunks. Stanley's a great face, something like a living mascot. And I know from personal conversations and just knowing Stanley now for about 2 years that he loves his job and he's very passionate about his job. What he's doing online, because I follow him and I'm computer savvy and I do a lot of online stuff, that takes a lot of effort, and he's doing it right and he's doing it quality. He just truly loves his job, and he wears that on like a badge on his chest. And I respect that. And I think he should be awarded Hunk of the Year. I really do. Who hunk?
So the way I live the always branding core value every day is I like to give people the best experience, and the way I could do that is just by smiling every day, making sure that they're okay. I like to help them. I love all around positivity and love, and that's something that I believe we have to promote. And when people see our logo, I feel like they would relate that to those qualities. I meditate to just get rid of the stress. There's no need to keep the stress. And that just translates into everything I do. I like making my clients feel happy. I like giving them a stress-free experience and helping them relax. And making them feel like everything's gonna be okay. I just really have a fun time. I engage with everybody. I love creating a fun environment and one that everybody's happy in. I also, manage my Mighty Hunk profile. It's been getting a lot of traffic. I'm very grateful that it has been, and you kind of get an inside look at what we do for our clients and around the clock, on and off the clock. I like to engage with the clients in a way where they're really safe around us and, happy, and, we like to give them the, unique experience of, entertainment and moving in the same bundle.
Hi, my name's Erin. I am the Office Support Manager with College HUNK Calling Junkie Moving Long Island. Stanley is my nominee for Hunk of the Year because in my experience, Stanley has been the best example of all of our core values day in, day out in and outside of work since I've started working with him about 3 years ago. He takes photos with every single client that he does a job for and posts it on Instagram. He, in his spare time, will make videos dedicated to CJ and create a fun, enthusiastic worker team environment. He's consistently always branding. Even outside of work, he did an ovarian cancer run in his College Hunks hat, won the award, and brought it back to us. He has such a great relationship with all of our guys on the trucks, with our clients, realtors. He goes to every marketing event that we do. I hold weekly trainings and I show his Instagram in every training and pretty much say, Stanley is the example of what you should be doing. He went home when he started working here and painted his room green, and he is just so dedicated to this company day in and day out and cares so much about the brand and the mission and everything that we care about. And that's why I think Stanley deserves Hunk of the Year.
So there was a time where I really implemented the listen, fulfill, delight core value. And well, it wasn't even me, it was us. And the client needed a playground set, a big playground set placed in his backyard. But it just wasn't fitting through. There was no way it was getting back there. And the client was just, you could tell he was very emotional about not having the playground set back there because his children loved it, and bounced ideas around. And, we thought, why don't we just lift the fence out of the ground, and that will give us enough room to, bring it into the backyard. And that's what we did. And he was so happy for his children. So yeah, that's how I applied the listen, fulfill, delight.
My name's Jameson. I am a supervisor of the call center, and I believe Stanley deserves this award more than anything. Working at the call center, I get people that call in all the time, over and over and over, asking for Stanley, saying, I had moved 2 years ago, and I still remember the day that Stanley did my move, and I want to make sure that he can do our move. So I think that's really important for us as a franchise, that people are recognizing Stanley and calling back and asking for Stanley to, do their moves. And then also, it makes my life a lot easier because Stanley already out on the job, he already sold the job. So I don't really have to sell the job. He's sold so many jobs for the future and future of this company. Stanley out in the field is really representing what this company means. And also every day when Stanley comes in, he's one of the few that on a daily basis that he has to come in, say hi to the call center because he knows how important we are to him, and he's really important to us. So he makes sure that he shows us the love and makes us feel great every day. So I believe that there's nobody out there that deserves this award more than Stanley does.
You want to know how I contribute to building leaders within College Hunks? Well, I strive to be the perfect role model that everybody can look up to. I also like to lead by example. I like to help people when they need help and ask for help. And I had a coworker the other day that needed help with wrapping furniture. He was struggling. So I sat down with him, showed him the necessary ways to, get it done right, and so that he'd have, better confidence within himself when he goes out into the field and provide that stress-free experience to his client.
Hi, I'm Steven Nichols, and I've had the opportunity to meet and work with many people in the College Hunks family in the last decade. And even among all those talented people, there's still a standout, and that's Stanley Constant. Stanley's energy is infectious. And I don't mean in this crazy, hyper kind of way. I mean in a way that is totally genuine and unique to him. Here's a guy that rides his bike to work every day for miles and comes in with a smile. He's not just a leader in the field that's built this incredible customer relationships and these customer experiences. He does so at marketing events where he's just incredible. He does it on his Instagram that he's created. He does things that are unlike anything that we've ever seen. So I think there are a lot of practical reasons why Stanley could win and deserves to be the hunk of the year. But there's one that stands out even more. Stanley makes every person around him better every single day. And he does that effortlessly. It's just who he is. I would like to be able to be better at that, to do that easily the way he does it. Stanley's got my vote.
Basically, they should be the embodiment of the 4 core values. And personally, I think that they should embody more values than just the 4 core values. I strive to be the best version of myself. And I feel like the hunk of the year should have, the same outlook on themselves as I do. I believe I deserve to win hunk of the year because I just do whatever it takes and I do what I can to promote the positivity and the authenticity of the 4 core values and really just make sure everybody is having a good time and really comfortable and, and to help college hunks become something that it has the potential to be, which is, the perfect work environment. I believe in me, people believe in me. I refuse to let anybody down, and I just have so much potential to bring to the table that I just feel like I'm destined for greatness, and that's why you should vote for me.
Hey, my name is Eric Natali. I'm the Director of Operations for College Hunks Holding Junk and College Hunks Moving of Long Island, New York. I just wanted to give my praise to Stanley Constant. I know he's been nominated for Hunk of the Year. No one is more deserving of Stanley. He has been such a bright spot for our company for the past 4 to 5 years. What he's brought to us has gone so above and beyond typical expectations. Stanley has gone through so much in his past. Outside work, inside work, it's been unbelievable. This guy, he has not been able to drive a car for the last 4 years. Whether it's been a rainy, sunshiny day, he's either rode his bike, ran to work, walked to work, 15 to 20 miles on some days, no matter what he gets here, and it does not affect his work whatsoever. Stanley goes above and beyond in front of his clients, no matter what it takes. It doesn't matter what's going on here, what's going on outside of work. The second he gets into these clients' homes, they're immediately just completely calmed down from Stanley's aura and the way he goes about his business. The testimonials from clients from Stanley are just incredible. We're actually developing a training program that Stanley is going to run to get our guys on his level because what he does is just so special. I love the guy so much. He helps me out immensely. If I'm having a bad day, he'll pull me aside and say, Eric, we're meditating, because he just can sense when he can sense when someone's upset and he goes and fixes it. From the culture aspect in this company, he's just gone above and beyond. When Stanley went away for 2 weeks, I remember in Georgia this past summer, the culture when he was gone it just diminished. People were not as happy as they were when Stanley was here. I was counting down the days until Stanley got back from Georgia. When he walked back in this building, I said, Stanley, everyone seems down in the dumps. It's a busy July. I need you to get everyone back on board. He said, no problem. He just went right to work and he got everybody happy. He has made a name for himself, whether it's for 106.1 BLI or radio sponsorship. He is a legend with BLI, and everyone looks for Stanley the hunk, the mighty hunk. I love Stanley. There's no one more deserving for this award than Stanley.
If I won this award, it would mean so much to me. But I can't think of anybody else it would mean more to than my mom. My mom's been through so much, taking care of me and my sister by herself, and I've been causing her so many headaches in my upbringing, but even though I'd be proud of myself, I think my mom would appreciate it more. So yeah, I want this award and I'd love to have it, but I feel like, if I do win this award, it all goes to my mom. Like, that's who I would love to give it to. And she does keep all my, awards and stuff. So that would just be the crown, the icing on the cake. And if I do win more, then, there'll just be more jewels on the crown.
Stanley is just an amazing person and employee. Stanley truly embodies everything it is to be an honest, uniform, nice, knowledgeable student. He bleeds orange and green. He believes in helping people, helping his fellow employees, helping his clients. He's truly made lifelong relationships with clients and employees that will go much further than just college hunks. He has developed a reputation Long Island wide as the prototypical hunk, the face in a way of college hunks at a lot of our events. Children love him, families love him, the guys that work with him love him, we certainly love him and certainly appreciate him. This is a guy who came to me about 4 years ago and came to our company on the streets, trying to find a place to live, past things in his life, making it difficult for him to get to work. He came here, asked for a job, worked really, really hard, rode his bike every single day to work, rain, snow, didn't matter, never late, never not showing up, and just so dedicated to bettering himself and in turn bettering college hunks. There is no one that I've worked with in the college hunks family that deserves this award more than Stanley. I've had thousands of employees now through College Hunks Long Island, and he's incredibly special. Anyone I've worked with in my life, anyone that's worked for me, with me, Stanley is truly different. He's special. He genuinely wants to help and make himself better and the people around him better every single day. When we got the opportunity to tell Stanley that we wanted to nominate him for this nationwide award, the response was so Stanley-like. It was amazing. It was very emotional for all of us in the office, and he was so touched that we were thinking about him, and also so humble in the fact of wanting to talk about the company and us and his fellow hunks, and almost like he couldn't believe that we were nominating for this honor. But his emotion on that night and how badly he truly wants to help and wants to be recognized is just all the reason why Stanley should be Hunk of the Year. It will mean everything to me because Stanley deserves it. He deserves to be recognized. He deserves to have the country stand and cheer him on. I know there are franchisees nationwide that talk about Stanley in their training. I know that people follow his Instagram. These are all things that he's developed and done without being asked, without being paid to do it. He does this selflessly to learn, to better himself, to better the company, to try to grow the brand. Stanley does all of this without asking for credit, without asking for recognition, without asking for anything. And so we need to recognize him. We need to showcase him because no one deserves it more.
Uh-oh, somebody's listening to my song. Wanna go. Maybe someone more. Cause you a bad boy, I'm a good one, man. This ain't a toy, man. I just might have you run. What you want, Christopher? I'm about to freestyle. This is freestyle.